everyone. I'm sorry that I'm going to be discontinuing the Mechagodzilla What If. I'm sorry for the ones who loved it, or not loved it, but liked it. And I'm going to be putting the Scorpius Rex What If into a little hiatus. Now don't worry, it'll be back by next year. Over here is August, so yeah. And hold on. Get ready, get warmed up, get a snack or two. And enjoy for this What If. I'm not sure if it has been done yet, but I haven't seen any videos, so what if Deku was Lizzie from Rampage? Here we go. Okay, where do we start off? I think, yeah, we start off at when Izuku is walking home. Not at the shortcut, not exiting the school. No, it's in between. Izuku is walking on the path to the shortcut. And, well, he comes across a shop. He says to himself, maybe I can get a drink for myself? Yeah. To cheer me up. As Izuku goes into the shop and tries to find what to drink, he finds a new soda of sorts. He asks the shop manager or something that if this thing's new. As the shop manager says, yeah, it's new. Why'd you ask? As Izuku says, oh, nothing, just in case, because I haven't seen this before. As the shopkeeper says, you know what? You're the first one to ever buy this. Like, specific drink. As Izuku says, really? As the shopkeeper says, yeah, go on, you can have it. And he says, blah, 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 the price of it, and Izuku buys it. Yeah. On the way home, he decides to, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. When he's about 2 houses away from the shop, he opens the can and sips it. And it's tasty, like very tasty and sugary. And he looks at the ingredients because he's shocked at the taste. He reads all of them and it's nothing sugary. It's all adrenaline and stuff. As Izuku says, wow, this is tasty. Okay, this is exciting. As Izuku finishes the entire can and puts into the recycling bin. Save the turtles. Anyway, back to the story. Yeah, Izuku is under the bridge now. He's starting to feel sharp pains in his back and, feet. But he thinks nothing of it because he has been... In this What If, Bakugo actually hits Izuku with his explosions. Even in middle school. Yeah, he does that. And, yeah. Izuku walks and, he says, ow, why is this hurting? Ow. As he hears something behind him. And he turns around to see the sludge villain say, hey kid, give me your body. The sludge villain leaps towards Izuku. But Izuku, straightens his back somehow. He says, "Ah!" Well, he's very hurt, basically, somehow, as the sludge villain stops in his tracks and says, I did not even touch you. Are you okay?" As, yeah. Izuku feels something growing out of him. As the sludge villain notices something on his hand, Izuku looks down at his hand to see a weird crocodile-like foot with 2 thumbs. Well, 3 fingers and 2 thumbs. As Izuku looks at his hand and screams, he goes to the ground like shaking. And then the sludge villain watches in horror as the kid that he was gonna possess or take over the body turn into a huge greenish black crocodile with tusks and gills somehow, and a spiked tail. As the sludge villain says, "Ah!" He screams as the now giant crocodile Izuku lunges towards him. He almost took a bite out of the sludge villain, which the sludge villain was terrified of, because a little bit of sludge got into Izuku's mouth, but it instantly disintegrated because of the many teeth in it. As the sludge villain says, "Get away! Get away! Get a monster away from me!" As, As All Might comes around the corner and says, "Stop right there, evil villain." All Might sees the sludge villain trying to dodge the attacks of this giant crocodile. And, All Might, tries to take care of the sludge villain first. And, he's having trouble just in case this giant crocodile is actually going to think of taking a bite out of All Might. But before All Might can lay a punch, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The crocodile tail smashes the bridge, causing it to collapse. The sludge villain trapped underneath. As the sludge villain says, "Please, have mercy! Please!" As the crocodile steps on the mount of concrete, crushing the sludge villain. As this giant crocodile, to All Might's perspective, just stepped on some gravel and just made a huge squishing sound with a little crunch. As All Might thinks, okay, this is definitely not a human. No. As the crocodile looks over to All Might and starts walking towards him, All Might panics and jumps away. As the crocodile watches All Might just fly away somehow, the crocodile begins to go to the big city. 5 minutes pass by, and one of the Bakugo with his goons are are walking their way back to the house. As one of them says, "Hey, Bakugo, do you think that's a little harsh of telling Izuku to go kill himself? Like, you guys were lifelong best friends, right?" As Bakugo says, "Nah, not to that weak, pathetic thing. Besides, even if he did have a quirk, he'd be weak." As everyone is screaming, they hear loud screams, and one of the citizens bumps into Bakugo. And Bakugo says, "Hey, get off me!" As one of the citizens says, "Sorry." as more come past, go past, Bakugo, yeah. Sorry for all the ums. Bakugo and his goons are wondering what the heck is going on. And Bakugo says, "Is it a villain attack?" As Bakugo looks around the corner to see a huge crocodile, as he says, "What in All Might's name is that?" As the crocodile is basically destroying cities, eating anything, and, well, Bakugo noticed that it was eating someone. Not anyone that he knew, but a citizen. Actually, a whole group of citizens. As Bakugo is actually scared, and he actually shows it to his group. Even the group is scared. But they hear tanks come by and a couple of heroes, just in case. As the heroes say, mostly Kami Woods, "Stop right there, villain. Stop what you're doing and stop using your quirk." As the crocodile that Kamui Woods is looking at turns around to look at him and continues to eat something. As Kamui Woods says, "Did you not hear me? I said, quit using your quirk and go and..." Is he even listening to me? Sorry, I thought I heard something. Mount Lady, in her small version, main one, she shakes her head and I don't know. Maybe, and then she says, "Maybe I'll try. Hey, yo, big alligator." As Izuku turns around to see about 50-foot tall woman, as she's, well, not 50, how about 20-foot tall, yeah. As she sees the amount of people in the crocodile's mouth, and it continues to eat, but turns around just in case. As she, in this what if, she has a walkie-talkie. In fact, all of the heroes have a walkie-talkie in case they need help. As she says to the other heroes, she says to the other heroes, he's eating people. Are we even sure if this thing's a human? As everyone gasps, says, "What? He's eating people? Hold on." As everyone squints at the mouth again to see a human hand being eaten along with a leg. As the heroes give off the advice to fire, the tanks shoot at Izuku. Well, they don't know it's obvious. They shoot at the crocodile, and this crocodile stops what it's doing and charges at the tanks. All the heroes jump, trying to take jump out of the way, but the tanks are slow moving. And yeah, most of them got crushed except for one. It was fast enough and early enough to get away. So this tank kept shooting at this crocodile's face. As one of the soldiers that say, "It's indestructible!" As he keeps shooting, then the tank is lifted up by the crocodile's jaws. And, it's crushed. A huge explosion goes off into the mouth as the tank is crushed. As the heroes say, "That's it," and all the heroes in that area, same in the original canon universe. Death Arms, I think that guy was. You know, the guy with the shock ability that will make him stronger. The fireman guy, you know, the hose pipe. Fire hydrant. Yeah. Kamui Woods and Mount Lady. And Midnight's in this group also. As Mount Lady is trying to fight it head to head. She's grown up to the size so she can face it head to head and try to lock its jaws. But she says, "Ow! This thing has quills or some sorts. Spikes." As Kamui Wood says, "Spikes doesn't do anything to wood." As his hand turns into the thing, and she says, "Immortal binding chain." As it grabs onto this crocodile's leg, dragging it across the ground, and he's about to. You know when someone uses a lasso, they're about to do that, yeah? Once they grab on, and then they throw it, it's like that. So, Kamui Woods threw this huge crocodile through 2 buildings, and this crocodile appears to be dead, as the heroes were about to celebrate before the dust clears away and this crocodile's walking towards them without a scratch. As they hear a dog barking and the dog's barking at them, this huge crocodile stops to look at it and it lets out a huge roar, scaring the dog away. As the crocodile turns back at the heroes, walking to them again. As Dead Arms or Death Arms, I don't know, the guy with the electric quirk that allows him to become stronger. The one with the weird chin, yeah. He says, "Don't worry, I'll try to make myself stronger than him." As he tries to rush at this huge crocodile, and this crocodile is about to snap its jaws, but Death Arms is using his hands and strength to keep his mouth from closing. And, the pressure's too much and he gets eaten, basically. As everyone's in shock and awe because this crocodile just ate a hero. As everyone, says, Where's All Might?" As everyone's looking around to see to try to find All Might, as someone says, "Everyone, cover your mouths." As everyone to see Midnight using her pheromone quirk, as I like to call it, and it basically releases a gas that makes things asleep, yeah. As this is inhaled by this giant crocodile, and it goes down. As they see it fall to the ground, All Might comes around to say, "I am here." Wait, late again? As everyone says, "Where were you?" As All Might says, "Wait, that thing's here too?" As everyone says, "You know this?" As All Might says, "Well, not really. I just caught it fighting the sludge villain and crushing it." Yikes. As All Might says, "Hey, where's Death Arms?" As everyone just goes silent. And they just hear... As everyone looks at the crocodile's mouth, it's starting to move. Everyone gets into fighting position, and they see Death Arms crawling out of the mouth, lifting its jaw, while saying, "We did it! Right, guys?" They see Death Arms has a lot of cuts and bruises because of the crocodile's multiple rows of teeth. And yeah, everyone's glad that Death Arms is okay, but they try to see what they can do with the crocodile, but the crocodile wakes up. Everyone gets into fighting position, and this crocodile has strange features, of course. Having tusks and gills and a huge spiked tail is weird, but they get into fighting position. This crocodile gets ready to attack and then stands on his two legs, theropod style, and, not theropod, bear style, and lets out a huge, humongous roar. And, everyone is basically scared right now, even All Might. As it's done roaring, it heads to the river and slowly swims away into the deep. 5 weeks pass by. Well, not really. The next day, Izuku wakes up in his room. Well, not in a room, but in a hospital bed. As Izuku gasps for air while saying, what happened? As Inko says, "Izuku, thank heavens you're okay. Where were you?" As, Izuku says, "I don't know. I was walking home, then everything went blank, or dark." As the doctor comes in while saying, "Midoriya, you're awake." As, as Izuku says, "Wait, awake? How long have I been out?" As the doctor says, "You've been out for 5 hours and almost 1 day." As Izuku is shocked by this, while saying, "I've been out for that long?" As Izuku hears another knock at the door, and the doctor says, "I'll get it." As they see Bakugo bust in, seeing Izuku, and he says, "You're still alive? Good." As Izuku says, "Still alive? What does he mean?" As the doctor says, "Well, you went missing for 5 hours, and your friend came to the police to ask to find Izuku Midoriya. You were found later next to the beach." Well, they found you floating in the ocean. The good thing was you were okay. But the strange thing was something had happened in the city. As Izuku says, "What happened?" As the doctor turns on the television to see the news, as everyone says, "Did you see that latest attack? Was it a villain?" As the other news reporter says, "I don't know. But whatever it was certainly, and I mean certainly, illegal or not human." As it cuts to the video from a helicopter with another news reporter saying, "Now, as we can see here, there is a giant crocodile of sorts heading to Japan City, or Tokyo. Sorry, scratch that. Heading to Tokyo." And as she sees all the heroes heading towards it, she says, "The heroes are being forced to work with the army and to fight this giant crocodile villain or sorts. As they notice something heading their way. It's a huge piece of building. As everyone says, veer right, veer right. And before they can do that, this huge part of the building has hit them. The helicopter has been destroyed. Yeah, everyone's at shock at what happened. As Izuku says, wait, when was this found? As the doctor says, 5 hours ago. Why? As Izuku says, yikes. That's terrifying. That thing could have eaten me. As Izuku gets discharged from the doctor, and, well, Izuku goes home. And, yeah. After that incident, Izuku has actually been partial to water and other stuff related to the ocean. As, as Inko makes sure Izuku's okay, frequently checking up on him, like repeatedly opening the door and closing it just in case. Yeah, she's that protective in this what if. And yeah. So we cut it to Izuku going to the shop again. As the shopkeeper says, "Ah, Izuku, you're back." It's basically been 5 months, and the shopkeeper and him have become good friends. Yeah. They make jokes, they laugh. They occasionally even, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Never mind, not the occasionally, because I had no idea. They become good friends. As, Izuku says, yeah, I've been good. As this guy, I'll call Mike, says, yeah, anyway, do you remember that attack from that giant crocodile villain thing? As Izuku says, yeah, it's all over the news now. As Mike says, well, the thing is, yeah. People say, like, it ate death charge. As Izuku's shocked at this. As he yells, what? How? But Mike says, no, don't worry. He was just found in the mouth, trying to hold the mouth open. As Izuku says, phew, scared me there. As, Mike notices some scars on Izuku that he says, Izuku, do you get in fights? As Izuku says, what? As Mike says, well, you have scars on you, like a lot. As Izuku feels at the back of his neck, some scars on it, and some bit of burnt shapes on his shoulder. As Izuku says, I don't recall getting these. As as Izuku says, no, let's not worry about this. There's no way I'm gonna get attacked by something in the middle of the night. Anyway, so Mike says, oh, yeah, by the way, as Izuku says, what? Would you like as Mike says, would you like a spum? As spum, yeah, that's the name of the soda. As Izuku says, whoa, thanks. As Izuku takes it home, and yeah. Sorry guys, I have to go now. It's night around here, and yeah. In fact, I got more ideas running in my head, so I have to cut this video short. Anyway, goodbye. Remember to make sure to like and subscribe if you want more. Hit the bell notification to be notified for more videos. Anyway, goodbye. Bye-bye.